He's not even in hiding, but
I know.
I gotta practice lemonade, lemonade.
That's going to be fun, isn't it?
Oh, it's always it's all so much fun. All so much fun.
Yeah. Okay, I believe we're live.
Like I have a problem knowing everything and then having to wait.
Yeah. I can imagine how that would be hard. And especially when we're all like we're all grabbing, like, tell us more. When's this going to happen? How's this going to be, right?
Yeah, not only that, it's like it's forever. Jumping in and out these portals is a trip.
And frustrating because waiting is hard to start with. It's like, you know what's going to happen and you have to wait for 5 more years. That's crazy talk.
Okay, we I see we live. We are live. We are
We
live.
we are live. Okay. We'll start.
Uh, eh,
This is Sue Greenwald with Awakened Stories. I'm here today with King Smarty. Hey, Smarty, how are you?
I am fantastic. How you doing?
I'm doing really good.
Good,
Really
good,
good.
good, good,
Very
good.
excited to be here today.
Yep, me too. Me too.
Yeah. So, biggest question is how did 1212 go? Does Daddy think 1212 was a success?
Oh, it was a huge success. Huge success. Evidence of the things that occurred on 12/12 and um evidence of it all is going to be shown everywhere, but it was huge success. Huge.
Okay.
Maybe, well, everybody's not going to fully understand it right away, but, or should I say, however, it will be exposed exactly what took place 12/12. So let's hurry up and wait.
More hurry up and waiting. Well, I gotta say, I did comply, but I had a heck of a time because my computer was like 3 feet from where I was sitting. And all day I was like, well, maybe I should do some online shopping. But I did not do it because I knew I'd be like skipping over to like all the other stuff I've got to do and want to do. So I was good. Now, is there anything you can tell us that happened that day that we don't know about?
Well, the wealth transfer was one of the things that took place. Massive sightings are taking place. The Galactics, or should I say, my crew, are making themselves known because you got people that say they're Galactics and crews that say they're Galactics, and they're obviously not. Evidence of my crew will be shown, and everything points right back to me. Now you have all these different people calling them drones. So drones don't disappear when you come close to them. Okay.
Right.
Only advanced ones do, which are mine. As far as the wealth transfer is taking place. People are exchanging, but, or should I say, however, it's on a who's who. So the top of the line of individuals are taking care of their friends and families. That's what's happening. They may lose it at the end of the day, only because it wasn't supposed to be that way. So we'll see what happens with that. Everything will be exposed, and if they did it in such a way where they helped other people get in and do things that way, you may be able to keep it. If you did it just to hoard the money and use it to do malevolent things down the line, it's over for you. There's no getting away with daddy. With daddy, there's no immunity with daddy. Like once your number's up, it's up. So there's lots of things happening all around the world, and it's all leading to daddy. So
Okay. So what you're saying is people have been exchanging. They're just not our group.
yeah, which is why we had asked daddy, or daddy had told everybody to go tomorrow, or yesterday, to Wells Fargo, and
Right.
a lot of people were, shunned upon again. So that just tells us that they're lying still, which is also getting them in trouble. The more and more we do things like that, the more and more trouble they get, and the more we get. Does that make sense to everybody?
It's flushing them out. So the more people go and do that, the stronger it is, the faster the effect is. So that's why following the command as quickly as possible is really helpful.
That's exactly it. So think of, like I said, galactic sting operation. So we are the ones that are um, testing them, right? When you go to
Right.
certain locations, when you do certain things, it's all a test. When people do certain things and when they don't do certain things, it's all a test. Daddy's testing everyone.
Right.
So when you go, when you're told to do something and you don't do it, and you fail the test, what happens is you fail the test, and now the test or the task is given to somebody else.
Right.
You'll be replaced, pretty much. That's what's happening. Not only that, in some cases, in lots of cases, you'll be totally eliminated. Totally. Where you now get to take a trip to Pebble Valley and beyond.
Wow.
Um,
Yeah.
a lot of people were put into a place called the stadium, which is like purgatory, and we're now in the stages of bypassing that too, because you had enough time. One more thing, there was the reckoning has begun. That being said, all those that are going against Daddy's will are being dealt with, and they're being dealt with rapidly. So that's why you see the massive changes taking place. And I've told you guys before that people will run to the churches. And that's exactly what's happening. That's what's going to happen. They don't understand what's happening. Nobody's admitting to it, but me, of course. Right. So there are people out there that are afraid. And there's things happening that no one can explain because they don't know. They don't know what's happening. And there's no one of authority coming out and explaining to people what's actually happening. And
Right.
they haven't came out yet, which is why we keep enforcing the full disclosure, the honorable disclosure. So time will come where they will have to admit what they know and admit the commands and everything are coming from me. So there's no way around that. That being said, everybody prepare for full disclosure if you're not prepared yet, and just watch and see what happens because things are definitely happening. There's no way around it. Like I keep saying, my success rate and accuracy is 9.999%. So, and even when it seems like I'm wrong, I'm not. Wrap your head around that.
Well, I'm thinking, there's always a purpose to everything. So when you give us, like, let's say a date or something, and it's not correct in our eyes, there's a reason it was given that way that we don't know.
Right, because the cabal likes to jump on things,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then when they jump on things, we're there to scoop them up,
Yeah. Yeah.
like a net in a goldfish tank.
Right. So let's talk about these drones. Like every time I see the word drone on whatever social media, I kind of like, I don't like it. I don't know why. It's annoying me. So all of a sudden, in the past few days, the drones are here. All of a sudden, but they're especially in New Jersey. That's where they're getting the most attention.
All right.
And it seems like they're covering everything to me from what I see of these maps, but um, people, I'm assuming that they're small UFOs, scout ships or whatever. They're your crew, and it's awakening the people. Is there other reasons that they're appearing like they are?
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah,
That great intimidation that we talked about, that's
yeah,
exactly what it is. And if you listen to the news anchors and all the different people coming on to the news stations,
yeah,
they're telling you guys that these things are evading um, would be authorities because they're not authority, and they're just disappearing on you when you get close to them. Right? Some are not. Some are just letting you be. Some are just letting themselves be filmed, which is what we've been reinforcing since way back. Right? Those of you guys that have been following me for all this time know that everything we've reinforced on the Dr. WC calls, on the Jedi sessions, and our own personal sessions It's happening just the way that we reinforce it. Why is this? Because I'm the most powerful manifester on the planet, which is why I can heal you, kill you, etc. Okay? That's why this is happening. And I'm saying it in the open, like, what are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? There's nothing you can do about it. That's the kicker. And this is why they stay away from me. That being said, they will continue. They will get bigger and bigger and bigger. And then the motherships will be here. Actually, they're already here, but the motherships will uncloak. And when the motherships uncloak, then it's like, whoa, what the fuck is happening? This is really getting crazy, right? Then you get dumbasses shooting at them, right? So what happens? What happens if those in authority that think they are authority start advancing on my spacecrafts, on my ships, on my property? What happens is you allowed us to fully engage on taking over the planet publicly. Stop them, stop them, stop them, stop them. So that's literally the purpose of what you're now witnessing. I've told you guys this was going to happen over and over and over and over again. Now, those in top ranked military and top ranked places, they know that it's true. They know that we're in control of it. They know they can't stop us, and they're getting ready to admit it. They don't want to admit it, but now that we know they don't want to admit it, guess what? Now you have to. So I'm not going nowhere for a long time. I'm going to stay talking shit right here in Destin, Florida, right? I'm going to stay talking all my crap. I'm going to keep exposing and telling you guys what's going to happen step by step by step by step. Right? And I'm reestablishing my kingdom because the earth belongs to me, if you haven't noticed, right? And everything that you did to the humanity down here is going to be reversed. The healings will begin, the clarity will begin, the technological advancements, spiritual technological advancements will begin. If you haven't noticed, it's already started. That's what the Jedis are about. That's what my crystals and my wands are about. This is actually a levitation wand. There's only one of them. All of my technology is based off of Dad, God, Creator, Source. That's why there's no plug and play. So we'll be exposing everything. And the first ones to jump out against us will be the first ones shot down. Period. There's no way around it. None.
In the spiritual community, we're taught that the extraterrestrials cannot interfere with the progression of Earth. Okay. And we've clearly seen through the reptilian involvement that that's not true. They get to interfere with Earth.
Yeah.
So the question is, why haven't the good guys like been interfering, or is that's what's happening now? Like,
well, that's what's been the case. However, things do change. This was a free will planet, and because of what they've been doing, they interfered. They went against the natural laws of things, the way things were supposed to progress, right?
right.
Which is also one of the reasons why I've been here for thousands of years, coming in and out of portals, rebirthing, and all that stuff. We've been here for all this time.
Right.
The problem is you guys haven't realized it. And now is when you have full disclosure that will be realized. So all of it's coming out. All of it. No matter what you think about, no matter what you say, if it's not coming from a pure source, it will be debunked or bunked or whatever you want to call it.
Awesome. Okay.
Those individuals that thought they knew, they're going to turn out to be not knowing shit. And yes, because of their interference with the proper way of things is why we're doing it in and in your face type of way, openly. Why do you think they censor me the way that I do? Because of my accuracy, because of my words, because of how we manifest things. They don't want the entire planet to know that there's a group of individuals that got a cool ass boss teaching them things and showing them things and manifesting things. They don't want you all to know this shit. And this is why the full manifestation of King Smarty TV now exists, right? That's bringing everybody together to make sure all of this shit is exposed the proper way. Y'all don't want to help us, meaning the military and all you different groups out there. Y'all don't want to help us. That's fine. You don't have to. It's already done. So this is why you still have a chance to connect with us, move forward, realize that this is very real, realize there's nothing you can do about daddy's disclosure. This is literally a daddy's disclosure. Full disclosure, realize 2025. That's what I'm calling it now. Because now everybody's realizing full disclosure. First, it was full disclosure. Let's go for full disclosure. Now it's realizing it that it's really full disclosure. The technological stuff, the replicators, the crystalline chambers, all of these different devices, they will only be controlled by me first. Nobody else is going to have them on the planet. Nobody. I don't give a fuck what secret space program you were in. I don't give a shit what group you were a part of. I don't care about none of that shit. Because we already know that Palladians, Nordics, and all these different groups have already been compromised. We know it. We know that they have look-alike shapeshifters acting like all these different groups, appearing to certain groups, certain people, blah, blah, blah. And we also know that the cabal is now calling the cabal, right? So what the fuck is going on? You got deep staters acting like deep staters. Right. You got different groups saying this and this and this. And if you pay attention to what they're saying right fucking now, and you realize because you've been following me all this time, they're now saying what I was telling y'all. To the fucking T, exactly. To the T. Where did y'all hear it first? There's a reason why I'm the Supreme Commander. And y'all all about to witness why.
They definitely want the credit for everything.
They do.
Want control. They want the credit, everything.
They do. They do. They do. This is the purpose for people like, what's this guy's name from the NSA? I forgot his name. Anyway, one of the NSA guys. He claims he knows it all, but the only reason why he knows it all is because they're listening to all of the people's different conversations, and everything that's accurate, he's telling people. He's telling people the truth, but then they're going with a different narrative.
Right, right.
And that's what's been happening with a lot of these individuals. So the reckoning also has to do with embarrassment. Because if you continue to go down the path you're going and blatantly lying to the people, you're going to be embarrassed because we're going to come knocking on your door. We may even teleport you to our ships.
Ooh.
So actually, we will be teleporting some of you to our ships, checking you guys out, telling y'all to stop it, go back, tell the truth, or it's over for you guys. So the great intimidation, the reckoning, the embarrassment, all of that shit's coming. All of it. And it's happening literally right now as we speak. Right now. So I'm not worried about nothing. I never have been. I don't worry about nothing. Nothing. Everything that I do, there's a purpose behind it all. Okay?
Yeah.
So
it seems like these drones came out of the woodwork, meaning like all of a sudden, like now we've been seeing pictures of UFOs all of a sudden, but all of a sudden they're called drones because that implies there's a human component to the whole thing. A human is controlling it all, not another force, if you will.
Right.
That's why they're using that word.
Yeah, well, they're using that word because it's convenient, and they actually made drones in those words just so that they can use those type of words when we do come out.
Right, right,
There's drones coming out. Oh my God, the drones are everywhere. Now everybody's calling them fucking drones instead of what they actually are,
right,
spacecrafts.
right.
I just got off the phone with David Adair, and we was both laughing about that shit. And he said, "Smarty, you still have that certainty to you." And I'm like, "I know, Dave, because I'm for real." People thought I was crazy. It's like, not me. so, so that being said, it's like um, they've always said things. Even the fact that the Antichrist word, right? Antichrist this, Antichrist that. The only reason why those type of words were invented just so when I do come out, I'm now the Antichrist.
Yeah.
I'm a blasphemous. I'm this. I'm that. Instead of what I really fucking am, the boss, the
So
king.
basically, words to discredit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's another reason why I get a kick out of all this shit because I've been called everything, you name it. I've been called it, right? And it's like, okay, we'll see about that. That's why when I tell people certain things, I laugh at it too, and I laugh at you sometimes with you, but I laugh at you because I know way more than you, way fucking more than you. We've already went into the future thousands of years to fix certain things that were causing problems after the fact. Now they talk about a thousand years peace. Some of the books talk about this, right?
Right.
So here's the story behind that. They came to an agreement, the reptilians and the military types on Earth, secret space program, blah blah blah. 100 years or 1,000 years of peace. Fast forward to the 1,000 years of peace, the reptilians were in some other galaxy preparing to come back to retake over the Earth by force. So what we do, we moved into the future and we eliminated that and them. So now that we did that, which is another reason why their own species are now here to take them off. And they're only doing it on a step by step type of basis where you just found out this person is so and so. It's been exposed that they've been doing this. Okay, y'all, come and get them. That's what's been happening. That's what's been happening. Especially, when dad shows you that you guys were once beautiful beings that were altered because of because of what you've been doing and how the dark ones turned you into what you are, especially when you realize that all this stuff was unnecessary and you can go back to what you once were. I would participate with what dad wants you to do too.
Right.
Don't matter where you're from in the universe, there's a reckoning happening everywhere and everyone's feeling it. Everyone, everything is feeling it. There's no way around it. There
Remember?
is,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
that's cool. There has been a last ditch effort to, combat us and come at us, and witches, warlocks, ETs, different types of energetic weapons, blah, blah, blah. That being said, if you guys are experiencing a lot of discomfort in the last 2 or 3 weeks and even longer, that's because you guys are key players to what's happening. Brush yourselves off, put your big girl panties on, big boy panties on, and get your shit together and get back to work. Because what's happening on Earth is major and it's going to change everything. It actually already has. I'm just saying.
Wow. Like I don't have the scope of that, but you don't know how beautiful that is to hear.
Well, not only that, you're talking about reconnecting with the rest of the universe, finding out the origins of every fucking thing that ever existed. Going from planet to planet to planet to planet to species to species to everybody communicating with each other across the board, D Blue being accepted everywhere. I mean, what on earth is fucking happening, right? So this is real huge what's happening, right? And everybody's been chosen for a specific task. There is no reason to be jealous of each other because you all have your own fucking task. And when you realize that's what your task is, embrace it, accept it, help everybody. That's what we are made for. Okay? I can help you with that or I can't. Meaning I can tell you exactly what it is, but I can't force you to fucking do it. That free will is still a factor. However, the Jonah effect is very real too. I'm not going to force you to do it. Daddy will. Jonah, go back over there. Tell him what the fuck I said. It didn't happen that way, but you know what I mean. So, so that's what's happening, right? And if like, let's say if you're told to do a task, and then this is what will be the outcome, and you don't do the task, and then the outcome changes for you, or things change for you, it's because you should have did that task when you were supposed to.
Yeah.
So that's why things change for you. I see it happen all the time. It even happens with me when I'm supposed to do certain things that I didn't do on a timely fashion. Things change. However, I'm different because Dad is the ones doing things and changing things. So I get a pass, if you would. He knew I wasn't going to do it anyway. So he prepared us all for it, right? And that's the cool thing about working with Dad is that you got billions of people all across the universe, all getting their instructions from source, from Dad, from God, creator, whatever you want to call it, him, whatever, right?
Right.
And what's happening right now as we speak,
Yeah.
we're all coming together. So that's why the validations are happening. Like this, like the whole King Smarty TV, right? KingSmarty.tv. It's been worked on all this time, and now it's boom, there it is, just appeared out of nowhere. However, Dad already had it planned out, right? So just like David Adair and all the new projects that we're getting ready to do, everything he went through is because Dad put it together, and now we're about to produce unbreakable merchandises, unbreakable cars, and jets, and spacecrafts, right? And then you got Johnny Boy with his story and how people loved his father, and now you got him exposing the truth about what's been happening. So, like I said once before, what do you think is going to happen when everybody finds out we're all together, we're here, and we're getting ready to hit the floor running? People are going to be behind us because they realize that we are for real. Johnny Boy's for real. The technology exists, and it's been existing for a long time. And we're the go-to crew because everything that those guys are doing over there is happening and is legit. So while we're doing what we're doing, everything else fades away, and there'll be a line of people behind us ready to accept their roles. And some of them already accepted their roles. They don't even realize that this is the case.
Right.
Right. So the cool thing is that we don't do things for money. We do things because it's the right thing to do. That's why they can't stop us. You can't pay us enough, especially when you know who got the most money. Dad. Dad. Who got more money than your creator? Who created it all? Come on, man. Wake the fuck up.
Oh my God.
Which is why I'm the richest man there is, because I know this shit. Okay? That's why he's put me in these positions that I'm in. I'm the head of everything everywhere. That white octopus I talked about with tentacles everywhere. This is happening, man. There's no way around it. I'm excited. I'm very excited. Very, very, very excited. We get to change everything. Well, we already changed everything, but now it's the full manifestation of the changes. Basic income, free debt forgiveness, free money, right? They created money out of thin air. Why can't you? Why can't we? The good news is dad already did it for us. We're just putting it in play. Boom, there it goes. Go do what you got to do. Do something good for the people. Do something good for those around you. Help, help, help. Heal, heal, heal. Expose, 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 expose. That's what this is. That's what this is all about. Exposing everything, getting the truth out, rebuilding our planet, reconnecting to the universe, and telling it like it is. That's my job. Full disclosure is guaranteed with me, and they know it.
Boom.
Oh,
Boom. I mean, nothing else to be said almost. Like my mind is blown again. Again. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
it's very
So
real.
when the RV does happen for our group, you will give us instructions on what to do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, there's some of our group members are preparing right now because they're also in front line. There's different front lines. There's different stages. And because of our connections and because of what we did for people across the board, which is why we have the positions we have again.
Right, right.
And those that are kicking the can down the road or continuing to or wanting to interfere are just getting wiped out, eliminated, right?
Mm.
It doesn't matter to us. It's going to happen. There's no way around it. And threats, threats. I love threats. Bring them on. Bring it on.
Okay, okay. And also at the same time, our consciousness or the consciousness of the universe, let's say, has been lifted again, and billions of angelics back into the universe to help with us. So it's like so massive at this time in history.
Definitely.
Massive.
You got 100 billion armadas. The last set are wearing shiny blue suits with silver stripes like this down the middle, kind of like the overall or suspenders or whatever you call it, like that. And then they got headbands. They got silver headbands. That was actually 80. The brigade 80, the 80,000 brigade. The ones after that, which was the 20 brigades, they're they're like a whitish. They got white and chrome. Man, listen, this shit is going down. I don't care what nobody says. This is going down. You're going to be able to see them, witness them, even shake their fucking hands. Okay. They know where the boss is at. They know who the supreme commander is at. They know that they are under my command. They know everything. They even know their task. And dad is with us. Like, hello. Don't you guys understand this shit yet? Those of you guys around the corner in fucking air base over there.
Eglin, right?
Yeah. I mean, they're literally right there.
Yeah, yeah.
We don't give a shit.
Wow. Okay, so lots happening, guys. Lots happening. Like we wanted to see something happen for 12/12. We wanted to know that it made a difference.
It did. I
It
mean,
made a,
everybody felt the difference.
yeah.
And it felt just like a New Year's holiday, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
It did.
Yeah.
We celebrated the night before. Frank was here cooking and all that stuff. We got tipsy and we had a blast. And then the next day it was like all quiet,
Yeah.
just like New Year's Day,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like Christmas Day.
Yeah.
So that's what it felt like to me. And Dad says it was a major breakthrough and it's the start of a new holiday, just like Abundance Day. And then when they correct the different calendars and the dates and all that, there you have it. We have our celebration days.
Right. I love that.
Me
Love it.
too.
So people have asked about the calendar, and I said it's coming. It's going to change. Is it going to change like day one, or is it going to gradually change, or how's that going to look?
There'll be an announcement over it. Most likely, I'll make the announcements because I am the highest authority there is. And once that is widely exposed and known, it will be a thing. Now, a lot of people keep asking me, well, what's Trump role in all this stuff that you're talking about? Well, Trump is going to do what we tell him to do. Period. There's no way around it. Like the post from yesterday where Trump says, "Tell the people what these things are, or shoot them down." Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Right? And we don't even know if it was the real Trump or not because there's so many stupid shit happening.
Yep.
Anyway, the real Trump is already doing what Daddy wants him to do. Period. Which is why he gets to stay the real Trump. If you understand what I'm saying.
I do.
So, um, Daddy's using key players in certain positions just to get what he wants completed. They don't have to admit me right away, but they will. There's no choice. There's no way around it. I don't give a fuck how many looking glass devices you guys got. I don't care what type of technology you guys got. We are the technology, if you understand what I'm saying. I can teleport right now, be at your front door, take your ass to the ship and back, and you won't even know I just did that. I can become a massive mothership right now and then back here, and you won't even know. Don't limit Dad. Don't limit God. Don't limit your creator. That'd be the stupidest shit you do ever.
Wow. Wow. So exciting.
That's right. Matter of fact, I posted that story of the gentleman with the movies. Dad told him to go to the movies, and then the guy, the gentleman takes popcorn out of his hands, and then he eats the popcorn, and the guy's like, "That was a good movie." And then the guy says, "Yeah, I'm so and so," and he says, "I'm Jesus," and then disappears. I've been doing that for thousands of years. It's not new, and the fact that that came out, I've already told you guys, and even the Jedi's that have experienced this over the years. So it's true. We can change. I can change my appearance to look like anything. And it's also true that people sit and eat and all this stuff right next to Jesus and they don't know he's here. It's all true. This is going to get real exciting shortly.
So let me clarify. Like right now, you're in the Smarty human body.
Yep.
And when you portal out, you go into the Sananda galactic body. You do your
Yep.
thing. You live, you fight, you do whatever you do out there. And then when you come back to Earth, you have this appearance again.
Right.
Right. Once the chambers appear and you either go through them or you're converted, however you are, you'll then have a permanent Sananda galactic appearance.
That's correct.
And no matter where you go, that's how you're going to look, right?
That's correct. Yes.
Right. So Smarty was just a disguise.
That is 100% correct.
Yeah. Yeah. A good disguise.
A good disguise. And it also, it a lot of people are going to be fucked up in the head. That's so there's no way around saying it that way. Especially those that treated me awful because of whatever reasons they were, right?
Yeah.
Right? They're going to be fucked up for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so then we have our bodies. Okay, let's use me, the Sue body. And this is how I've been running around planet Earth. But when I do whatever I do, like if I sleep or whatever, I have a different body, which I'll be receiving when I go through the chamber. Is that the same kind of concept? Then that body is permanent and I'll have that no matter where I go.
That's correct.
All right. And I'm going to have memories of every lifetime I've ever lived.
That's correct.
All right. Now,
let me go ahead. Go ahead.
well, I'm trying to figure out, like, we have families now, so we're close with our family, then we have friends and associates and all that. how is it gonna work in the future? Like, we're gonna look different. And
It don't matter. That's when you realize that what Smarty was telling you was true. You think your children are your children. They're not. You think your husband was your husband. He's not. This has all been bullshit down here. And it was like we're coming in as a galactic crew that is ancient from way the fuck over there, like I showed you in that little video.
yeah,
And we're here to experience all this, but also to change it,
right.
reconnect back to our consciousness, back to ourselves, and then do it in a public way where, okay, this is who we are. This is why we were here. This is what's done. So the families members that those of us like us are fading away because they weren't really our family in the first place, if that makes sense. Think of it this way. You got 1 million of us on a mothership. And throughout a course of 1,000 years or so, right? A little less, maybe 100, 200 years, all 1 million of us came into this existence to do what we came to do. A lot of us got trapped because now we have kids, spouses, and all this shit that we weren't even supposed to do because we got bamboozled into the shit, right? So now everything is being exposed where our consciousness is raising, and then you're going to realize that all the stuff that they bamboozled you with wasn't even you, wasn't even yours, because you are a consciousness on a spacecraft here to clean up the earth. Now that we're raising in conscious and getting ready to reestablish ourselves here back to ourselves, we will now realize that all of the stuff down here didn't serve us any good because we were only here to change the things for the people here and then get back home. Which is not like home, because this is home as well.
So are
So
you saying we shouldn't have had families and relationships?
yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Whoa. But how would we learn about people? How would we learn about the earth and how it works?
You were supposed to learn all that stuff by learning it all, but you wasn't supposed to come here. Like, we're all literally on missions. You wasn't supposed to come here and do all these stupid things and get trapped into all the stupid traps. Why do you think angels come down here and take on onto women, and then they have all these issues? You see what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that's vice versa. The same, like, not all angels were men. Same thing with the women angels, right? They come down here to get these men, and now they're fucking. Oh, I don't want to be here no more. I'm not from here. Yeah, no shit. You wasn't supposed to do that, you asshole.
Okay. Well, now that's something I didn't expect to hear you say.
There's a
So
lot of shit you don't expect to hear me say, but it's true.
that's true. So basically, all right, let's say it's not me. Let's say it's another person out in the general world. They're a good person and they go through the chamber like in a year or two. Okay. They go through the chamber, their memories come back. They've got a family. Okay. They're regular people, but they have helped humanity by doing good things. Okay.
All right. So if there
So
wasn't a part of that initial crew, then everything would be fine for them.
okay, so you're saying those Jedi slash people that were on the original mission weren't really supposed to get sucked into a family dynamic or
Right.
the drama of Earth.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying. It's not that hard to figure out. And it's also not for everybody, because it's just not. What I just explained was for the elite, which is me and my crew.
Okay,
Okay.
okay,
What you're talking about is regular everyday folks,
regular people.
and the same thing may apply to them. It's just not as intense as it is for us.
Okay, okay,
So I see where you're going with it. That's why I've explained it that way.
okay. So basically, when we go through the chambers, we're going to find out. Now, let's say we are one of these people that shouldn't have had a family, but we do have a family, what's going to happen?
Absolutely nothing. They'll continue to move on with their next mission and their next task. Not all of us, not all of us were here to stay. That's another reason why people are dying nowadays, right? If there's think about it, if there's no death for certain individuals, then the others were just here as a what?
Filler.
Right. Or as a what do you call those things where you go explore field trip type thing. Let's
Yeah.
go experience Earth and then go back.
Mm.
If you so here's another thing that's taking place. Because of our role, not only do we go back to the ships, but we also stay here to, in my case, create a new lineage, a DNA structure that will bring back all the abilities to all the different races. So that's another thing that's happening. And I don't expect everybody to understand it, believe it, or even go with it at first. It's going to happen anyway. Um, so there's multiple different tasks and multiple different things that's happening. Once you experience the chamber, you'll know. I've told you guys before. You'll know exactly what you were here to do, how you got sidetracked. Everything's all good now because we got to that point. Here's your new body. Go do what you got to do. Go take a break. Go live your life. And if you have to, if you're tasked to do other things that only you and daddy know, go do it. You want to go to what's bubble fuck? And go ahead. You want right? Wherever you end up in the universe, you're supposed to be there. So it's
Okay.
cool.
Yeah.
Um, a lot of the family members that you have, we're all family anyway. So they may be connected to you after the chambers or not. Those of us that were on that ship, we're connected anyway because we are the light brigade, if you would.
Okay.
We are the strongest, highest force there is in the universe, right? And this is also going to be revealed. And I've been dropping little hints for the last 10 years. And people are now just finding out now people are now just finding out about us and me because we're getting through to certain things and certain people and certain apps. They don't let me do my Facebook no matter what. No matter how many times I try to fake the shit. They didn't let me do it. They don't let me back on X. Same thing. We've tried, some of the Jedi's tried to make me fake accounts. Not happening. They didn't let me back on a lot of these platforms because they know I'm telling the truth. So it don't matter anymore because the ones that were supposed to hear what I had to say heard it. The ones that had to stay home, 2012, stood home. The ones that listened to what daddy was saying, listened. Period. That's what makes us different from everybody else. That's what makes us the real elite. So
Okay.
shit, so much shit to learn. And all of it is going to be coming out just like everything else I told you guys, right? Everything's coming out. Every fucking thing. There's no way around what's happening. You talk about biblical.
Okay. Wow. You've said before that our kids are not our kids. They're, like, and I just thought, well, yeah, they're daddy's kids, but we're raising them. But
Training them.
we still have that connection, that strong connection,
Yeah, you
We want,
you're training them.
all right. Okay. So we don't need to worry about this though. There's nothing to worry about at all.
Not at all. Not at all. Now, the reason why we're different is because we're coming in from that place, from that ship, from that golden cube, from that place where our job is to interbreed within my genetics so that my kids do what dad wants them to do, if that makes sense. So it's a lot different than everybody else. That doesn't mean they're mine. I'm training them. Okay. I'm training them to do what daddy wants them to do. Right now, I have to keep them protected because they're still blossoming. They're still realizing their full potential.
Right.
Look at Move. JJ put that together in fucking days, right? And it's because me and B told him what to do, what Daddy wanted him to do. Boom, it registered,
Right.
and he
Right.
got it done. And slowly but surely, he's working on certain things to make sure it's a success, and that's between him and Dad. It's going to be successful because that's what him and Dad are doing,
Right. Right.
right? So he's not only my biological son, but he's also my brother. If that makes sense, he's one of ours. He's one of dads, if you would.
Yeah.
And I'm fully aware of it, fully. So they're not all perfect. Actually, we all are perfect in their own way, but they're still growing and they're still learning. And there's things that we attempt to enforce on them, and it doesn't work because that's not how it's supposed to be. Right. So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, they will be doing exactly what Dad wants them to do because they're learning and they're experiencing the stuff that I'm doing and learning and experiencing and doing. Right. Because I don't just talk about this shit, I perform. I do miracles and wonders. That's why my middle name is Miracle Man. Right? Because I perform, I heal, I give you guys free hollows, I give you guys the most advanced tools that's out there right now. And if I didn't have to pay bills or wear cool things like this, I wouldn't even fucking charge for it. But that's also why we are different than everybody else because the people that are um the people that are listening to what I'm saying are successfully reproducing what I'm teaching.
Right.
They didn't charge anybody. Just listen to what I'm telling you. When you do what I'm telling you to do and you start to mimic what I'm showing you, what I'm teaching you, then you'll know that it's for real. And that's the easiest way to defeat darkness is to learn the Jedi method. If I was dark, I taught you how to defeat me. Since I'm not, you can't defeat me. So there's a lot to learn with what we got going on. And I expect more and more followers popping up like fucking cockroaches, if you would. And that's because we're all coming together. Dad is bringing everybody full circle, and it's time to finish these motherfuckers off. There's no way around it.
Okay.
Boom.
Boom. Awesome. Awesome. So the drones are ships under your command. What size are these ships? Because when we think of a drone, we think of small.
They can be any size, and here's the kicker: they're not all drones. They're not all spacecrafts. They're actually beings. Okay.
Okay.
You got little kids running around acting like drones. And when you see them, tell them I said get their ass home.
Yep. Okay. Okay. So basically, they're out there buzzing around, letting people know that they're out there in the universe or they're out here. How do they get in through the dome? They're allowed through, right? The vibration is high enough that it can go through.
Well, you're talking about my crew, so we're here.
Yeah.
And we teleport. And I've already told you guys that the only way in and out of my spacecrafts is to teleport.
Right.
And there's a lot of video evidence showing you guys just that.
Right.
So that being said, we can go anywhere across the universe because we already have the authority by Dad. So we can pop up anywhere at any given time when we want to. Or should I say, when Dad allows us to? Because if it was up to me, oh boy.
Okay.
If it was up to me, y'all motherfuckers would be in the churches right now.
Oh my golly, that's so funny.
Yeah, it's true too. It's very true, very true. I'm sick of this shit.
Yeah. But it is exciting to see all your hard work pay off. It's paying off. Okay.
Man,
So KingSmarty.tv is a brand new uncensored channel that you are releasing. And the content is being, we'll call it uploaded or I don't know, populated as
worked
we
on.
speak.
Yeah.
Okay. So probably within a few days, there's going to be a ton of content on that channel.
Well, it's all being worked on, and we got a lot of things going on also. So just keep going on there and paying attention. We're working on Johnny Boy's channel as well.
Right.
The Move channel. We got all these different channels that we're getting ready to put on there,
Right. Right.
and you guys will be able to click on it and watch whatever you want.
Yeah.
And since it's on a blockchain, there's no censorship.
Right.
So when Johnny Boy wants to make a new video, it won't be shut down, and he'll have a link of his own to go to view it.
It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not only
Awesome.
not only that, it's waiting till you see us get to the good stuff. I was just telling David this AM that once we start doing all of the manufacturing and stuff like that, we'll be able to show people right there and then on the spot and
Yeah.
be able to broadcast it live.
So you'll have the product or whatever, you can show the product and explain how it works and tell people how to order it or get their copy or whatever it might be.
That's right. And it's going to be censorship free, and you'll be able to place your order right there and then. Right. And of course, we'll be giving out some stuff just for people to test, like I've been doing. Um, so it's going to be wild. I mean, it is wild because you're talking about everybody around the world that's been following me to date will no, not will, but have access to the kingsmarty.tv. I've already validated across the planet that people are able to see it. People that can't get on TikTok, people that can't get on YouTube because of their country's bullshit, they're now watching the shit. So this is huge, if you ask me. Super huge. Right. Exactly.
Give me a Coke. That's funny. Wow.
So imagine all of the cool things that I'm going to be doing. We will literally be able to broadcast it and nobody could stop it.
Right.
And there's a lot of key players that are involved that aren't even on Earth. So, do you really feel lucky?
Oh my golly.
So much fun. Let's go. Let's go.
Wow. Okay. You've given us so much excitement today. It's just mind blowing stuff.
Yeah, and to watch it unfold is even more mind blowing because
Yeah.
it's like, a lot of people have that see it to believe it type of mentality. Well, guess what? Your asses is about to see it.
Yep.
Or should
Yep.
I say your asses is seeing it?
Yeah.
There's no way around it. It's happening.
Yeah.
So things are going to unfold rapidly and more rapidly and more rapidly, and then be fine tuned, and then it's a beautiful thing that's happening, and Dad's
Right.
behind it all. So if you want to interfere with Dad's plan, go ahead, go at it. Just know that that's what you're doing. Every time you interfere with me, you're going against your creator. Why do you think we never lose? Alrighty then. I gotta I gotta do some stuff. We got to re-energize a couple of locations and take out a couple of things, and we will be back for the next
Okay.
one.
Well, you have made my day. So exciting. And everyone on this channel watching this is so happy right now. And we all thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you guys too for not only believing but knowing that this is real. All right. So that being said, keep up the good work. Practice your Jedi method because now's the time that we need y'all to
Right,
push all this stuff out. Put the
right.
energy behind all of it. They wanted to stop us. They wanted to interfere. They wanted to censor, bamboozle, all of it. Right. Well, it's over. The reckoning is here and it has begun. That being said, Supreme Commander out.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Let's go.